Hey cruise fans, and welcome to my channel, Cruise with Grant, where we talk about all things Norwegian cruise lines. If you've watched my videos before, you'll know I'm all about the food when it comes to eating on board my cruise. One of the most underrated food venues on board a cruise is the buffet, and today's video is going to focus on the top 5 secret things that you need to know to eat the best things when you're at the buffet on your cruise. So without further ado, let's get into it. The buffet can be a great option for dining while you're on board, whether you're looking for a casual place to have your breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or just to pick up a snack or get a drink on your way to one of the onboard activities during your cruise. Regardless of the time of day that you stop by the buffet, it's always going to have some of the common things that you'd expect, including things like cold cuts and cheeses, a salad bar or fresh fruits, as well as a wide variety of hot dishes depending on the time of day, and oodles of desserts for you to choose from. Before I start counting down the top 5 things that you need to eat at the buffet, I want to share this tip, which is always scope out the entire buffet before you start picking out your food. Especially on some of the larger ships, the buffet is going to have many different sides to accommodate the high number of guests, and not all of the stations are going to repeat on both sides of the buffet. So have a walk around to make sure that you can see any of those unique stations that are only in one spot, because oftentimes they have some of the best eats on board. Coming in at number 5 in things that you need to eat at the buffet is the noodle soup station. Now, one of the things that I really like to eat when I'm back home is the popular Vietnamese soup called pho. And you'll find that there's a station in the buffet. Again, it's only in one spot where they will make your soup right there, made to order. You'll choose the type of noodles that you'd like, the toppings that you'd like to include, and they'll also give you the option for the type of broth that you'd like. I was really excited to find out that in addition to meat broths, they also had a vegetarian broth if you're going veggie. Once your soup is ready, you'll have the opportunity to pick from some of the garnishes that are available, including things like onions, cilantro, and also a selection of spicy sauces. I really enjoyed the chili oil combined with some of their chili sauce to give it a little bit of kick. While we're on the topic of savory dishes, that brings me to number 4 on my list, which is the Indian food station. Just like the soup station, you may have to walk around a bit to find where the Indian food is, because it may not repeat on both sides of the buffet, but it is worth the hunt. On every cruise where I've gone to enjoy the Indian food, it's been absolutely top-notch. On my last cruise, I was traveling with a friend whose family actually was from India, and she told me that some of the dishes that were available on the menu are things that you wouldn't even be able to find at most Indian restaurants back home because they're very complicated to make. So if you're looking for something that's absolutely delicious and maybe a bit different than what you're used to at home, this could be an absolutely fantastic option. Now, if you have a sweet tooth, the top 3 things on my list of things you need to eat in the buffet might be right up your alley. The next thing I want to talk about is a station that, again, you can only find at one spot in the buffet, and that is the crepe station. Now, you'll find the crepe station will be offered usually as part of the dinner service, and you can get both savory crepes here, so things like ham and cheese, but also a wide range of sweet crepes with fillings like apple and cherry and topped with whipped cream and chocolate sauce. I think a crepe is one of the best ways to finish off your meal. It feels really light to me, and also the smell is just absolutely amazing. Okay, coming into the number 2 spot, let's talk ice cream. Now, one of the things people probably associate with cruise ships is those soft serve ice cream machines where you can grab a cone or a bowl, pull the lever, and never look back. But what a lot of people might not know is that in addition to soft serve ice cream, there's also usually a spot on the cruise where you can find a wide selection of hard ice cream flavors as well. On some cruise ships, this is going to be directly in the buffet, but I've also seen it in some of the poolside bars or restaurants where you can grab snacks, so it may be a little bit different depending on your cruise. Normally at these stations, you can find flavors like coconut and pistachio in addition to the usual flavors like chocolate and vanilla. In the number one spot is something a little bit sophisticated that you'll find in the buffet, and that's a selection of tea time snacks. Unlike other cruise lines like Holland America, Norwegian doesn't have an official tea time, but if you wander into the buffet between 2 and 3 o'clock, you'll find again one section of the buffet where they'll have put out things like a wide selection of pound cakes, some absolutely delicious scones, as well as some finger sandwiches. Now, depending on the ship that you're on, the tea time may be available in the buffet directly or in a place like the observation lounge on ships like the Norwegian Bliss and Encore. One of the things that surprised me when I was on my most recent cruise is that every day of my 14-day cruise, they had a different type of scone that was available. So you'll definitely have to go every day to make sure that you've tasted them all. Now that you've heard my favorite things in the buffet, I want to hear from you, so let me know in the comments below your favorite things to eat when you're in the buffet on your cruise. If you found this video helpful, please remember to give it a like and show me some love by subscribing to the channel. It really does help me out and motivates me to keep making videos for you. Also, don't forget to check out the other videos that I've made about food and drink on Norwegian. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye!